Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather actually did fight. Leonard's opponent in 1978 was the father of Money Mayweather. The elder Mayweather was a 25-year-old welterweight who came into the match with a 15-1 record and an 11-fight winning streak.
Mayweather, you see him there.
Leonard, of course, was the star of this show, recorded 2 knockdowns in round 8 and nailed down the TKO win.
The shot. Now the flurry.
But if had it been possible for Leonard and Mayweather Jr. to share the prize ring during the peaks of their physical and boxing prowess, their showdown would have been a global event and the hottest ticket on earth, an unmissable, all-American pay-per-view extravaganza between 2 champions who transcended the sport. Leonard's greatness is beyond reproach, but so is Mayweather's, and this is a mythical matchup that ticks all the right boxes. Welcome to Boxing Extra channel, press like and subscribe and let's take a look at this fight on fantasy between 2 extraordinary ring artists. Leonard's incredible blend of speed, power and ferocity saw him reign supreme in an era bursting with all-time greats.
There was that right hand. Oh! That nailed it.
Mayweather's almost psychic defense, stunning accuracy and uncanny ability to neutralize world-class opposition led to an immaculate 15-0 record. Both champions captured world titles in 5 different divisions, Leonard from welterweight to light heavyweight, Mayweather from junior lightweight to junior middleweight.
This is humiliating.
However, a hypothetical Leonard-Mayweather showdown would make more sense at the welterweight limit where both fighters enjoyed enormous success. In 1981, Leonard became undisputed champion at that weight, and from 2006 to 2015, Mayweather annexed a variety of world title belts and 147 pounds to solidify his own dominance. Like Leonard, Mayweather was an Olympian, and while he received a bronze, he may well have won gold in the 1996 Games in Atlanta had it not been for a highly questionable decision loss to Bulgaria's Serafim Todorov in the semi-final. To date, the Todorov loss remains Mayweather's last official defeat. The former pound-for-pound king is the most efficient fist fighter in modern boxing history.
This fight. Big left by Mayweather.
During his 130-pound title reign, Mayweather was willing to assume all necessary risk in terms of who he faced and how he went about breaking them down. Back then, he averaged more punches per round than his opponents and threw many more power shots than jabs. His offensive accuracy was excellent while his defensive numbers, while better than average, weren't especially spectacular. Once he rose to welterweight, however, Mayweather tightened his game considerably and became the ultimate proponent of low-risk, high-reward boxing.
And there's a knockdown on a left hook.
In his 7 sampled welterweight fights, Mayweather's average output plummeted. That's because he became supremely efficient on offense while his defense became nearly impenetrable. Heading into his WBA junior middleweight title bout with Miguel Cotto in May 2012, Mayweather had averaged a 46% connect ratio while his opposition had landed only 16% of their total punches against him. It was a unique style with the left hand low, the roll of the shoulder, and he was able to catch shots or make punches glance of him. His defense was brilliant, and that's why he was able to carry on until he was 40 years of age. But how would the best of Mayweather at 147 fare against a prime welterweight Leonard, whose smorgasbord of skills was nothing short of otherworldly? The show-stealing Leonard made his bones by defeating Hall of Fame champions Wilfredo Benitez, Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearns and marvelous Marvin Hagler. His remarkable skill set and grace were juxtaposed alongside a fierce killer instinct and desperate thirst for victory. Leonard thrived under pressure and there was no challenge too big. Ray has acknowledged that he was hurt many times in fight, but you didn't really see it. He was brilliant at masking being hurt and he never, not even for a split second, had any quit in him. When Ray was hurt, he was almost untouchable.
7 years ago.
Leonard's quality of opposition during this stage was great.
Right hand by Leonard.
Wilfred Benitez, just a few months past 21, was a fistic prodigy who, at the time he fought Leonard, was considered the sport's best defensive wizard and among its most stable counter-punchers. Roberto Duran, arguably the greatest lightweight in history, was 71-1 with 57 KOs coming into the first Leonard match, and while Hands of Stone produced the best performance of his career in Montreal, Leonard still came with 1 and 2 points of retaining his belt and stamping Duran's career-long 41-fight winning streak. 5 months later, Leonard not only turned the tables by regaining his belt by 8-round TKO, he forced boxing supreme Macho Man to throw up his hands and quit.
I don't understand it. I think Duran quit.
Then, less than 3 months after dethroning WBA junior middleweight titleist Ayub Kalule, Leonard returned to 147 to meet WBA counterpart Thomas Hearns, the lanky and lethal power hitter from Detroit who could outbox the boxers and outpunch the punchers thanks to the knowledge imparted by trainer Emmanuel Stewart, who taught Hearns how to generate the maximum leverage from his 6'1" frame. Coming into the Leonard unification match, Hearns' record was 32-0 and 30 KOs.
The referee is stopping the fight. I don't believe this.
I don't believe that either.
Leonard had similar IQ to Mayweather, but Leonard makes more mistakes.
Hearns driving him along the ropes, a combination.
Mayweather is the neither fighter, but Leonard's athleticism may be higher than Mayweather's. Both are lightning fast, but Mayweather is fast for 1 or 2 shots, whereas Leonard is fast for 6 or 7.
Combinations on.
In terms of stamina, Mayweather is a true deep water fighter. He is always better late in fights, but Leonard was a 15-round juggernaut. Both guys have laser-like reflexes and eyes, so the early rounds would be a chess match. Both have great underrated jabs, and although Mayweather doesn't have Leonard's volume, he makes up for it with accuracy. Leonard was just as good a fighter as he was a boxer, and this is his biggest advantage. The fighter known as Money is on a record as saying he believes himself to be better than Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson.
Ali is hands down, but if we're talking about taking the less punishment and breaking our records, it's Floyd Mayweather.
That caused outrage among hardcore fight fans, but Mayweather, an exceptionally gifted and decorated prize fighter, is entitled to his opinion.
And I love Ali, but sitting on the ropes, taking punishment as far as doing a rope-a-dope, that's not cool.
In terms of technical knowledge, how many people know more about boxing than he does? Mythical matchups and pound-for-pound arguments are almost as old as the fight game itself. Would Mike Tyson have beaten Ali? Would Gennady Golovkin have overcome Hagler? Would Pernell Whitaker have survived Duran? New fighters will continue to enter the dream match tournament for as long as boxing lasts.